All right. I'm going to do a Wisconsin one too here before I go to bed. And I wanted to say that a lot of things went right for Wisconsin that I thought would happen. The two even, a power pair being used was like stupid, obvious. And then I did think it was going to jump over, and it did. And I saw I had this right. I had this right. I had this right. Oh my gosh. But I didn't get the win. And I should have. I mean, just having this, and then you throw in that. Well, what is that? That gets it down to so little. I had the number tonight, but I lost. And I'll show you why I lost. Um, Let me go over to my charts here first and start off over here. Okay. So I was right on this that a pink would probably fall in the AC, and it did. Okay, so just looking at this right now, okay? So this is what I was looking at. This is a big block here, but you'll notice when you go over to the actual page for that, you're going to notice here that sure pink hit, but look, it was an odd again. I really thought, that an odd was not going to fall here. I mean, you can jump through all the states, and I don't really see them that often, that much. It's typically between 4 and 5 or so, and then it flips, or there's a space between them. So I'm thinking there will not be an odd tomorrow on the AC. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. Now remember, this is all based off of straight form, okay, even though you're playing these box done. So what I do is I go to slasher here, and this is for the North Carolina, so I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm going to do we're going to do straight, and then what we're going to do is we are going to load. I'll show you. I have it. I go to the distribution page, and then we're going to go to the SBPP RS. Okay, it's the root sum. That's what that was based off of. That's what these are here. This here is based off of the root sum, off of the pattern number itself, not after the draw itself. Okay, well, should be another double row. Oh my gosh! But okay, so you go over to the distribution chart. I found this is the easier way to do this. Maybe there's even an easier way, but so I don't think it's going to be an odd. So I'm going to copy the high evens. I'm just going to do them straight here. And I'm going to bring it over here. This probably is a faster way of doing this. Just do the low even and the high even. And actually, I'm doing it wrong already because I'm doing it in general. Can't do it in general. You guys switch this over to the AC so that way it's proper. You do it the other way. It's just you just can't do that. So forget what I did there. Just add that. And now I'm going to add the high even. And then I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to grab the low even. Very, very likely tomorrow that one of these will hold the winner. So I'm going to go like this. And what do we got left? We have 420. Look at that, 420 straights. Very likely that the winner is in this tomorrow. Like, come on. It's going to go odd forever. It's not going to go odd forever. And the AC, remember, you have to do that. If you do it to BC, or if you do it just all numbers, you're going to have really low numbers, and you think, oh, wow. No, it doesn't work like that. I've screwed myself so many times doing this. And who knows? I'm probably screwing up now, but I don't think I am. So I took the high even, and I took the low even, and I put them in there. And you don't have to do it for AC because you already did that over here in the distribution chart. Okay. So like high even 0, 1, and 6, 5, 6 or 6, 8. It's going off of the AC, and this is boxed, but I just did them all a straight version of it. So that's what I'm thinking is going to drop. All right. And see, this is so amazingly useful if you have a number. If you have, like, Wisconsin's not showing nothing, But if I could have did this for North Carolina, oh my gosh, if you have one number, it drops you so far down there. But anyway, so I'm thinking an even for that, and I'll just jumping over to the BC. Two high evens. How often do those go back to Bears? Two high evens. High evens. So two high evens is kind of the max. Yeah, I'm way down here. So I'll get rid of the high even on the BC. Might as well. So let's go and do the BC. I feel like that's pretty safe. So you have to change it to BC. You gotta make sure you do that. And you gotta make sure you're in the SBPP, not the SBP, because then you're gonna be removing ones from this stuff, and you'll think you're doing it right, and then you'll be like, what the heck? Nothing's adding up. So then you gotta come back in here, and I'm gonna add this numbers, start a fresh one, and I'm gonna do, this is going to be, we're unselecting it, aren't we? Yeah, because I copied the high even. That's another thing you gotta remember what you're doing. So I'm gonna unselect. So unselect. Unselect these BC. So no high even on the BC. So now we're down to 339. Did I overfilter already? I don't think so. I'm going to say no to high even. Now look at this one. Look at the AB. Low even, low even, low even, low even. Now, can I remove the low odd and the low even? Do you think there's going to be a high odd? Or maybe even nothing? Stupid double. Could happen tomorrow and bring nothing. I mean, it can still drop with a double, but I'm gonna say yeah. Not, you know what? I'm just gonna do the low even. Be a little bit more careful. So I'm gonna do AB, pair AB. We're gonna do the low. We're gonna get rid of. I could probably do that low odd, but I'm just gonna do the low even. Same thing here. We're unselecting numbers. We're not unselecting AB. You don't have to do that. It does it for you in here. 252 straights. Why is it so small? 252 straights right now for Wisconsin. Midday tomorrow. I go draw to draw. So every single draw is a new draw and it's a new day. I don't play games. I don't like, oh, this is good for 2 or 3 draws. I get it if you're working off of patterns, but if you're working off of numbers and stuff, it just doesn't. You can't do that because it's always something, some other high, low pattern or even odd patterns do. You can't just base something for like a week. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So that's what I got for this. And we're down to that. We are down to that 252. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the what's going on this fucking mic. All right. So we look at the SBP. So, color wise, it's not really showing nothing. It's kind of jumping all over the place. So that's not showing me nothing. I say get rid of the three drop 2 times in a row. So I'll probably get rid of that too. So unselect A and I'll get rid of the 3. So I'll get rid of that 3. On 231. I always come back up here and just reselect that because, gosh, so many times I'll unselect stuff when I'm trying to select it. So that's what I'm thinking right now for Wisconsin. I'm not going to make any decisions on this stuff. Let's just look at Wisconsin midday alone. Look at that. Look at those 12s. It drives me crazy. This one hit, and I was mad because I missed the sum 12. I hate when I miss the sum 12. And then the next day it hit, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then today it hit again. I just about broke my phone. So, oh wow. Look at that, though. Look at the midday red. Look at that. And look at the midday yellow or low, but I'm I'm thinking that red. I'm staying with V-Tracks. I know I talked them up a lot, but I'm not playing those right now because they hit 3 times in a row. So I'm thinking there could be a gap. So I'm not going to touch them. I like to play it when there's like 2 or 3 or 4 out. Then I'll play it. Either or, A-Tracks or that V-Track. So here we go. HML. I'm going to get rid of that. Win or lose, I don't care. Get rid of it. So I'm going to go in here. Here's the HML, heavy, medium, light. I'm just going to copy the red. Say see it later. And now I'm just going to come over here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually just bring it to the conversion thing and just drop it in there because I'm afraid like it could screw it up when I put it in there boxed. Because what I just did with the AC and BC stuff, it might actually take that as the wrong input. So I'm going to strip, just copy those. Now they're all straight. And I'm going to come over here and we're going to unselect these numbers. See if this even gets where we at right now. 231. Unselect these. 165. I'll take it. Screw that red HML. I'm saying no to that tomorrow. No to that. So I'm not even looking at box form right now. I'm basing everything off of this. I didn't start in box today. So now, okay. So that's where I'm at. Okay, now I'm going to jump over to this chance and distance and see what's going on over here. And right away, we got 1 or a 2 out the longest. So that's pretty cool. 1 or a 2. Now, I like to always check the midday too to see what's going on. There isn't really much going on. And like I said, if I don't see much going on, then I will jump over to the inspect page and I'll go right to this because this here, a lot of times, that's why like almost every single draw I have 2 of the digits, which just drives me crazy because I know it's the way the game is designed, but still drives me nuts to have 2 of them. So nothing for the V-Tracks. So the A-Tracks. I'm interested in a 1 or a 2 tomorrow. One of those should be dropping here. Ain't showing nothing. Like I said, a lot of times I'll just quickly switch to midday. This works really good for pick 4. I mean, it works so good because numbers do not stay out long pick 4. And I got a really good win in December with that, doing that because I could tell a 3 or a 7 was going to be used and a 4 or a 9. And it was so obvious that one of those 2 would be used out of each one of those groups. V-Tracks, A-Tracks. This ain't showing me nothing. That's why I dropped to those 3. Typically, that's the only ones I do. I know there's other ones on here like this V0 and stuff, but I mean, they're kind of whatever. They ain't showing me none. And then in the reports, like I showed on the other video, this is so awesome. If you see anything in the SBPP RS, anything, but especially a high odd, get ready because it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I mean, I'm talking to the point where when I see a high odd jump up in here, I'm going to go look at that state. And if that high odd is hitting a lot or whatever, and it's been dormant for a little bit, I'm literally thinking of just throwing them straight and just playing them each of them for a quarter and then compounding it every day till it hits. Because I don't think it would be no more than 2 to 5 days, 2 to 5 draws before it hits. As long as there's not a stupid double come in and ruin the day. But you keep compounding money. If you have the money, you keep compounding it and you're going to hit. And when it hits, you're going to hit big too because you compounded it. But obviously, you don't want to be doing that more than, you got to know when to do that, when to start it, because otherwise you're going to be like, you're going to be getting up to like $200-300 a draw. So when you win, it's going to be nice. But so that's what I like to look at in here. But, and like if I'm just looking at one state, I typically won't do this, but you could do the same thing for SBPP. You can see what's going on. You could jump it to 2%. I think that 2 to 4% is more like in line as to what's about really to hit. When you get that 1%, a lot of it can be ice cold unless you know what you're looking for and what you're doing. Like I said before, if you're looking at just like key A, even odd kind of situation, that's going to drop. like 100% is going to drop. It's not even a question. It's not going to be like a pair that can be out for, forever. Oh, front pair 38's due and it's going to hit to, it's yellow and it's 1%. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. And it's like, yeah, it's July 4th and it still hasn't hit. So I don't play that. I don't do straight numbers up here at the top like this. Check this out, like front pair, straight 1%. You're like, oh my gosh, these are gonna hit for sure. One of these front pairs is gonna hit. Yeah, no, it's not. Maybe for somebody, but they ain't hitting for me. I'll do like curve line, stuff like this. See, there's only 3 in here, and this is gonna hit. Sure, there's a ton of numbers in here, but I mean, and this is reduced. And remember, if you're looking at a straight, this reduced is something you don't want because that's taking away the doubles or taking away like 048 and 804. It's taking that away. So don't ever play reduced for straight. Always just go and get it in straight form. Yeah, on the slasher or whatever. That's what I do. So, but anyway, so if you do like key A, like I showed before, like here, Wisconsin. So here we go. Key A, curve line, line is due. So if you think line is due, let's just jump over right now to Wisconsin and check out how due is that line. And it's for combined. We're going to jump to curve line, straight. There you go. Look at that. See? Super useful. But like I said, if you're just doing one stage, just go over to this page and start just whipping through this instead of going to report, trying to find something, specific to your state. So line is out 7. Heck yeah, it should be dropping. I think that's really good. And you can always like kind of confirm or, I mean, you don't even need to confirm. That's gonna hit. I mean, look on the midday. Look at that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Get down in here to get to 6. So what is a line? I know you can go in a distribution chart and look all that up, but I have it all. I have like a chart here that has all of it on there for me. I can't back away from my mic because then it's like I'm yelling for some reason. So line is a 1, 2, 4, 5, or 7. So on the A position, 1, 2, 4, 5, or 7. So you know what? Sounds good to me. So A. And actually, I'm going to look at something else too, but what the heck? Add that in there. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. That is a line. $92 numbers. Now, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Which one is more likely? I mean, I do think this is one to play. Like I said, curve line, that's not going to last. That's not going to last long. That's not going to last long at all. You can look at what's been going on too. Like for sure, I'm thinking line, curve, line, or line, curve. Dude, I'm so done with this mic. I'm sorry. It drives me crazy. I'll be talking, all of a sudden it gets super loud, and then when I go back over to it, it'll be super, like, I don't even hear myself talking. So sorry, like battling that. It drives me crazy. So you go to I don't even know what I'm talking about. The curve line. Oh, so let's just see what is actually doing the A position, since now I kind of got an idea that a 1, 2, 4, 5, or 7 is going to be dropping soon. So what we got here, I don't look at it singly a lot of time. I look at combined. These are better outlook. So 1, 5, 8, and 7. So it looks like maybe that 1 or that 7, huh? Could be that 1 or that 7. If you go to midday alone, that's not out that long though. I guess there's the 2. You could say there's the 2. So maybe the 1, 2, and the 7. Especially that 1, because that one's out the longest. So get rid of this 1, 2, and 7. We'll just do those ones. 48 straights. Sum 14. Then you could get into the sums if you wanted to. Let's see what's going on with the sums. You got 19, 23 that are yellow. 14 is definitely the one I'd be interested in right now. That shouldn't last much longer. So screw it. I'm going to go 14. Let's try it. I don't normally get this like risky. I guess it's because it's late, but I'm just gonna see what it shows me. 14. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be just the easiest thing? Boom, 770 straight tomorrow. So I'll keep that one in mind, or I'll probably forget it and not play it. But so that's what I got right there. 48 straights. Now it's like I can start to break that down even more. Looking at these charts and stuff. I'm not gonna do the V tracks right now. And let's go over to the extras and see what's going on. So we got odd, even. I'm just quickly looking here. Screw that one. Let's just go over here. So this is for the actual draw. Let's look at Wisconsin midday alone. Here we go. 3 evens again. 3 lows. So which one's it going to be? Both are going to switch. Both are going to switch. Maybe. If I had to pick one, I'd say get rid of the. Wait. Yeah, I think I'd go with the root sum to change tomorrow. So I'd say no 1 or 3 on the root sum. Probably won't affect it. So root sum, go to root. I can find root. One or 3. All right, 36. Now, at 1, 2, or 7 for that A position, what just hit here? We got 3, 8, and 6, 3. It doesn't show me nothing. Now, what's cool is, like I've shown before, I'm going to show you how I can get these numbers like in a guaranteed way. Okay. Like within a few draws. Now, I'm going to show you this secret. Oh my gosh, my freaking mic is doing that again. It's driving me crazy. Okay. So I'm going to Wisconsin and I'm not going to do any of my stuff. Although, except for I should look at this one here, the SBP, see what's going on. You got to do no sort. And then I'm going to do most recent. I'll do midday alone. So high even is the one that's the most due right now. That shouldn't last much longer. High even SBP, not PP, but SBP, that one there. Because, I mean, look, drop it, go to 20 days. It's hit. Go to 6 months. Bunch. So that, I mean, so 1 week, it's out. See, some of these I like to look at a week. And look, I can go 14 days. I'm doing just midday alone. So that sucker's still out. That's going to be hitting at high even for sure. That's going to be hitting. So if you think that's going to hit, I'm just going to do, because we're doing straight, I'm going to just make sure it's on numbers by options. I'm going to grab that high even. Now this here is something you're going to do a little differently. This you're going to copy it, bring it over, and I'm going to drop it in there as just numbers. Okay. Yeah, That's what I'm talking about. Two straights. Two straights for tomorrow. As long as I didn't screw anything else up in here, right? That's such a little bit of numbers that I'll even say, you know what? Get rid of this. Let's see what this does. I know it's a lot to ask, but what does this give us? That's way too many straights to play. So I'm gonna go back over to that key A, but you know what I'll do? I'll be a little bit more conservative. I will do the whole thing for the line. So I'll do 1 and 2, and I'll do 4 and 5 and 7. So there, a little bit more conservative. 8 numbers straight. But I like that 189, 206, and the whatever the other one was. And I'm still not going to forget that 770. I'm going to look at this video tomorrow before I go play. So this is what I'm like. That high even would have to hit, though, for that to happen. And is it likely that high even hits? I mean, it doesn't stay out that long. You know, you get to that 20-day mark, they're pretty much across state lines. They're all taken, you know. So, I mean, if you look at it here, you got high odd, high odd, low even, high odd, low even. So it hasn't been a high even since 5-3. And then another one, 429. Another one on 424. Another one on, I think it's definitely ready. So I think it's a hill you could probably play on. So I think, except for what the heck. Here we go. Went from there to, yeah, it's a big gap. See what I'm saying? So some risk in that one. Definitely. That high odd, though, that one there, that don't stay out long. But I'll show you. So that's one way of looking at things. High even there. But let's go to Wisconsin. No, keep it midday. And then we're not going to do any of the chart stuff right now. We're going to go all the way up to the top. We're going to do boxed. Okay. And I've talked about this many times, but this is so good. So you're going to do, let's just start out at 6 months. And you're looking at the times drawn. Okay. And right now there's been 2 1s drawn. So I'm always looking for that 2 2s and a 3 or something where I know a 1's going to be hitting here. But right now it's like up in the air. It could be a 1 tomorrow, but it could be any of the other numbers. So I just don't like it. So I'm going to look at them together quick. 3 1 3 2 3 5. Nah. I ain't showing nothing here. I could drop it down to 3 months to see. Here we go. I mean, perhaps a 2 tomorrow again. Or a 3. 3 is probably getting ready to be hitting here too at this time period. So if you think a 3 is going to hit, that'd be really easy. Go to options. Well, you got to know what they are. So I just go to the most recent draw. You copy the 2s. Right there's the 2s. So one of these here will be turned into a 3 for sure soon. But if you think another 2 is going to hit, you just play the 1s. So then you're just going to go to options only. You're going to copy the yellow ones. Because 100%, another 2 is going to be dropping. Like, it's not even a question. It's going to. And this is actually using doubles too. So you don't have to worry about that. So no sort, you go most recent draw. There will be another 2 dropping in this within a few draws, like guaranteed. It's a freaking guarantee there will be. It's not going to not do it. It's just out of balance. It may go some more 1s and a 3 or 4, but that 2 is coming around. And I mean, at this time period, you got quite a bit of numbers. I mean, how many numbers are there? I'm not going to count all those, but I mean, that's a good chunk of numbers. But I mean, you're going to get rid of a lot of these too, especially if you think it's going to be a single, or just get rid of that triples and stupid things like that, Who plays triples, man? I ain't playing a damn triple. Playing that till 2,000 days. Wasting so much money on those. So that's one way of doing it, but I have on the lottery post site, you can actually do longer day. You can go further out, and that's kind of like a little bit of a secret that I do, that I've talked about it before, but let me show you what I do. And I'm telling you, it's written in stone. It will hit. I'm going to do Wisconsin midday and evening. Continue. We're going to do box. I'm going to do get rid of doubles, because just you got to do one or the other. Okay, you got to pick. I'm going to do all data, all available history. It goes on in 90s. Now, watch what I do. Last seen, I'm going to click it so it's the last seen, May 7th, right? So this is what was drawn, 80 and 80. Okay, see that? We're looking at that first digit. This is old school. This is what I used to do in the beginning. 8, 8, right? 6, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 8, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7. See what I'm saying? The majority of these is a 6 or a 7. We're not talking about the second digit. I don't even care what it is. We're looking at the first digit. And I've talked about this before, but look at 6, 6, 6, 6. Look how often 6 hits. Look at that. You know, it's going to continue like that for quite a while, and then it will jump to more 70s if you keep the time period the same. But you can actually piss around the time period, and you can make it so that it will pop out sixes constantly. Well, not constantly, but very often, like it is doing right now. All right. This is I'm telling you, this is written in stone. When it's a single, it will come from this, obviously. I mean, that's just obvious. But okay, so looking at it right now, so what's gonna hit? My mind says a 6, right? Because it hits so much. I mean, look at all the 6s. But at the same time, I'm thinking 7 is due. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it went 8 draws before a 7. Remember, this is not taking into account doubles. So days that there are doubles is even more days in between. Or if you're just playing singles. So 6, 6, another 7, 6, a 7, 7, 7, 7. So that's what I'm saying. So if you think it's going to be a 7 tomorrow, okay, let's say I think tomorrow's going to be a 7, a 70 something. So then I'm going to go to right there, times drawn. So you got the max number of numbers right there. This is all the history of the pick 3 lottery for Wisconsin. 156 has been pulled 85 times in that entire period. So even though that's a really top number for some 12, it's only been pulled 85 times in that many years. That's insane. So, but anyway, so what you're going to go down to here, and you're not going to take a 79, because a 79 is going to turn to an 80. A 7 is going to turn to an 8. I know it's basic, but here, so you're going to copy the 78, or I'll just do it all like that right there. So see 69, because that's going to turn to a 70. All right, the 68, I'm not going to pull that, because that's going to still be a 60. So you take 69 through 78. One of these numbers right here will be pulled within a few days when it's a single. Not saying when there's a double, but when it's a single, it could be a 60, it could be an 80 again, but guess what's coming around? One of these 70s, 100%. It's written in stone. It will happen. It will happen. And look at the 60s. There's barely even any there. I mean, it hits all the time. And look how many are here for Wisconsin. That's it. This 60 will hit again, I'm sure, by coming this Friday. Probably hit 2 or 3 times out of this little batch of numbers right here. Probably even more than that. I mean, just look at, let's see how many times the 6 is hit. Now I remember just not including doubles, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 times since April 24th that the 60s have hit. That's pretty credible since today's the 8th, like pretty much the 7th because it's 2 in the morning. So this works. This is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. I've won money on this numerous times. Actually, my best wins have come from a lot of times from doing this. So this is a good base to start with. And this is what I did with North Carolina. And I'm telling you, it works. It's awesome. And you just got to know how to use it. And you can do the same thing if you don't have this set. You can do the same thing over here on a pick 3-4, but you're going to do it a little differently. You're going to do like this one. You can go out to you go to 8 years. You go 8 years, which I always like the 7-year mark. 7-year mark is always showing some pretty good stuff here on the times drawn. What am I doing here? 7 years. You got to do singles only though. Okay, and not single box pattern. What am I doing? We're going to go back up to boxed. Okay, so check this out. We are now at 7 years, singles, boxed, Wisconsin. We have 28, 28, 18, 18. First of all, how about no 8 on the end? How about no 8 on the end? I'm thinking that's a good one. So I could remove all the 27s and I could remove the 17s. You know what I'm saying? So whatever numbers associated with that, I could remove that. But so what I like to look for on here, a lot of times you have to do this one separate. And it's not, never mind. It's not even showing nothing, so I don't want to talk about it. I could jump that up. Let me jump that up to 8 years. Let's see what it says. Let me go to combined. I'll show you something else. Combined. And let's go down to 3 years. No, let's go to 2 years. Yeah, 2 years maybe. Yeah, see this 2 years? I know I talked about this before too, but this works. Sailors double digit, double digit, double digit, double digit, double digit. Do you notice that it hasn't went over 3 yet? So what does that say? There's a good chance tomorrow is going to be a single. Okay, so if you think it's going to be a single, then you can just go to descending and you could get rid of all of these doubles, including the 9. And then you could just go copy the 8. So maybe tomorrow's number will be a single. If it comes from, and it will be soon. So it comes from this batch of numbers right there, right? So you just got rid of all those. It has to be a single though. So, and then I can take that over here if I want to. And I can see this is the North Carolina one. This is the 30s. This is the batch that I was talking about. I'm telling you, there's going to be numerous ones pulled. And guess what was pulled tonight or yesterday? 013. And that's in here somewhere. Unless I pulled this one from last night, but I don't think I did. Oh, this is 7 years. So this is something else I was thinking. So, but if you do all data, that's what I got that number, that batch from. So I'm going to drop this in here. Well, that did not go out as I wanted it to. Remember, these are the singles for Wisconsin. Okay, it isn't. It's not working for me right now. So I'm going to just go back over here. And I'm just going to, I don't think I can drop Mender like that. It's going to mess it all up, but you get the point what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I got the straights that I showed you. That's what I'm doing for Wisconsin right there. And I really like it. I really like the 189 or what was it? The 206. There was one other one, but all right, almost 40 minutes. So that's what I'm doing for now. So have a good day.